This video was actually inspired by one of your comments, so thank you for the inspo. I saw that comment and I thought, wait a minute, I want to try a dupes video. I haven't done one in a while, so yeah, I picked out some products that I feel like are very similar, if not identical. Some didn't work out as I planned, but we're gonna get into the video and hope you enjoy hanging out with me for the next 30 minutes. I don't know how long this video is, but yeah, let's get into it. So I'm very excited, also a little nervous because I'm not really sure how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna go for it. The first thing I'm gonna do is brows. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal brow stylist on the right side of my face. So the right side will have all the dupe products, and then the left side will have the like high-end products. So this is for sure my favorite drugstore pencil, by the way. I really love it. The shade that I use in this pencil is soft black. I do prefer a darker brow, but lately I've been kind of wanting to try going a little lighter just for fun. I think I'm gonna pick up a lighter pencil over the weekend. Just, you know, not too light, but just not as dark as I usually do. I'm going to use the other side to feather it out, and this brow pencil has brow gel on it, or like brow wax. That's why it has the white stuff. So it's dried up and old, so it's not going to affect my brow, but that's what's on there. I'm going to feather out the front a little bit more so it's not as dark. It's a brow. On this side, I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This color is 4.5, I believe. This is not as dark as this shade, but this is definitely like a really similar product. The past few weeks I've been going to the drugstore to kind of like scope out new products and see what I can try. And honestly, I haven't seen too many new products. Like compared to the amount of new products coming out at Sephora or like Ulta, like the high-end section. If you guys know anything that I should try, let me know. Moving into face products, I'm gonna use the Hollywood Flawless filter on the left side of my face, and then I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hello Glow on the right side of my face. I've had these both for a little while and I have yet to compare them, so I definitely wanted to try using them both today. In this one I have the shade 7 Dark, and the e.l.f. I believe I have 6 Tan/Deep. So that's what I am gonna do for kind of like my base today. We're doing more of a very natural on the go type of look. I'm not gonna use a liquid foundation. I'm gonna do maybe a little powder. That's what I'm thinking for today. So I really like this product because it has like this, it has a little bit of an orange tone, so it's gonna help color correct a bit. So I really like this product. If you're wondering what's on my lips, it's the Fenty lip oil, the Fenty Skin, this product right here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blend this side. I'm using the Blue Beauty Blender on the high-end side. This product gives such a nice glow. Even with having oily skin, I do appreciate it for days where I'm not going out for too long. We're gonna go ahead with the e.l.f. on this side. Okay, and we're gonna blend this side with the green sponge because we're saving money over here. We saving the green. This is what the two look like side by side. I personally feel like they look very similar in terms of like how they look on my face. What do you think? Like they look very similar. Literally look pretty much the same. We're gonna go into concealer, and I have these two concealers. I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer and then the L'Oreal concealer. We're gonna start with the Sephora side. I have the shade 45P in this concealer. Honestly, the Sephora concealer is not so much more pricey than the L'Oreal concealer. At least I don't think it is, because Sephora brand typically is not as pricey as the other brands at Sephora. So I should fact check that, you know, so I'm not just saying things that are not true. So maybe we'll whip out the phone real quick and make sure I'm not telling y'all lies. Okay, clearly I don't know left from right, because why is this in the center? Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer. It's $15. I'm pretty sure the L'Oreal concealer is like $12.99. It's not really that much of a difference, to be honest, but I do think Sephora has more shade options. I think they're both really good. We're gonna blend it out. The Drugstore caters to lighter complexions way more than it does to deeper skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone at the drugstore, your choices are very limited. Like when it comes to complexion products, you probably have like 3 shades to choose from, and then when it comes to like, you know, blushes, you probably have 2 shades, right? Like one bright pink and one really, really deep purple. When it comes to like a bronzer, most times it's not even a bronzer to choose from. I can only think of like, I don't know, a few bronzers at the drugstore. Y'all, this concealer, I really like it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and blend L'Oreal. I do like L'Oreal as well, I will say. Just the shade is a little better in my opinion on the Sephora one. Okay, so we are pretty much blended. This side is more golden because the concealer has more of a golden undertone to it, and this side is more like pinky neutral. I would say more neutral. Okay, I'm gonna just use the back of the sponge to take away some of that unevenness, and then I'll do the same on this side, although this side is pretty much even. So that's what it looks like. I think they're both looking really good though. So we're gonna go into setting powders. On this side, I'm gonna use the One Size powder. I try to pick powders that I thought were pretty similar in consistency and close in shade, but hopefully it works out. Hopefully my choices were good ones. Okay, so we're just gonna set that. We're gonna do Maybelline Lasting Fix powder. I just used the wrong sponge. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't think I got any of the powder on there. I don't think I got any of the other powder because I have been dipping into the Maybelline powder and I can actually tell the difference with the 2 powders. But the point was to use 2 different sponges. Jasmine, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna line this nose right here. I still need to get the center of my nose as well. I'm not really sure which product to use. I guess we'll just do the Maybelline powder for the center of my nose. For bronzer, we're going to use the NARS. This is the Laguna number 4. We're going to use Laguna number 4 on this side. And I'm just going to use a flat brush to apply the bulk of it, and then I'm going to use the same sponge, the blue one, to blend it. I usually do my bronzer before I usually do my cream products before powder, but since we're not doing too many products today, I feel like it's fine to just, you know, switch it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna blend this. On this side of my face, I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and the shade is Sunkissed. These two are very similar in consistency, so we're gonna... Okay, and then we're gonna take the green sponge to blend it. All right, and then we're gonna add a little bit more up here. They both give you that beautiful sun-kissed look. I love it. Okay, so that's the bronzer. Ooh, I feel like bronzer really like pulls the look together, you know? I do need to get my eyebrows done, so we're just gonna carve them out a bit with concealer. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side with Miss L'Oreal, and I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild brush for this side. We're gonna do a little eyeshadow, not too much. On this side, we're using the Dior Couture palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. Really pretty, really pretty. And then on this side, we're gonna use this e.l.f. palette. I'm leaning more towards this color right here, and I feel like there's a similar option in both palettes, so we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna rub this all over my eyelid. I want to diffuse it a lot so it's not so, you know, dark. And then we're gonna take the e.l.f. I'm using the same mirror for the e.l.f. The e.l.f. is a little bit more silver. The e.l.f. does lean a little bit more silver, but it's okay. Once we diffuse it, I feel like they're gonna match pretty well. Way more silver. I'm adding some of the black from the e.l.f. palette to just mix in with the silver to create a similar look. I think that helped, right? I'm gonna take another brush and just fan out the edges. This eyeshadow from Dior. It's given runway. It's given runway. I'm sorry, but what? This is really pretty. Okay, let's blend this side. They're not the same, but I think they're very similar. I'm also gonna push the powder in on this side. I added some of the dark brown color, this one right here, and I feel like it helped a little bit more. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it, so we're gonna stop right there and move into mascara. On this side, we're gonna use the Lancome Teint Idole. And lately I've been doing my lashes, bringing them out this way with mascara. I don't know, I did it by accident one day and I actually really like the way it turned out. So I've been kind of giving myself a cat eye with mascara. By the way, this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. So we're gonna do blush. This is the product that really inspired this entire video. So this is the Haus Labs, and we're gonna use this CoverGirl blush on the other side. The CoverGirl blush is in the shade Hot Frenzy. So we're gonna use these two blushes. I tried the Haus Labs last week, and y'all know how I feel about it. I think it's amazing. But I saw that comment and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a dupes video. I'm gonna go through my collection and pull some products together and try to create a similar look, you know? We're gonna take this color. They're very similar. I'm gonna take the green sponge and go over the blush to just blend it in a little bit more. I also like to blend my blush in with my face products to just make it look more natural. And then I'm gonna use this sponge on the other side. I think they look very similar. Like, what do you think? So we're doing some bottom lash mascara. I'm just using the same two. And then L'Oreal on this side. We're gonna go over the center of my nose. I used the the Maybelline powder, so we're just gonna go over that. For lips, on this side, we're gonna use the Lip Bar lip liner. And then we're using Charlotte Tilbury on this side. This may be the best dupe I did all day. We're gonna do the NYX Butter Gloss in Bit of Honey. On the other side, I'm going to use the Fenty Cream. This one's in the shade Fenty Glow. Okay, Fenty is definitely more juicy. It's, you know, it's Fenty. But I do think the colors are very similar. For face powder, I'm using the KVD Lock-It. This was the hardest for me because for whatever reason, I have a lot of drugstore powders, but I don't have a lot of high-end powders. I don't know, I just never really buy high-end powders. I feel like I stick to what I like. So I have this one from KVD, which I really like. So I'm going to use this kind of just to dust over my face. I'm going to use this like dense brush to do that. On this side of my face, I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay Powder, which I love this powder. It's amazing. With more affordable powders, the undertones are like very tricky. I feel like the undertones are a little bit stronger, you know, like very yellow, or they'll be very red. That is also the case for some higher end brands though. So really, I guess it just depends on the brand. Depends on the brand. I'm gonna take my sponge to just go over it one more time. I'm gonna wear these for lashes. These are drugstore-ish. They're kind of like in the middle. Okay, so this is the completed look. I feel like they look very similar. The eyeshadow is the most like obvious thing, I believe, but even that, I feel like it's not too noticeable if you're, you know, not really staring. I could have probably found a better match, but we're gonna ignore that. In my mind, they looked similar, but then once I applied it, I was like, oh wait, no. But it's okay. Everything else I think looks amazing. These are definitely great products to try out in general if you're looking for a more affordable version of a higher end products. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment below which side you like better.